So I'm pretty sure you guys want to ask some question about the LD lights. I got it from here, just like this I have. So this is a pretty cool. I can pretty much have it in my pocket. I can change the setting, any certain settings. There's all the mode in here to test around it. There is brightness. But then I could just adjust it down. So, what I could say about this since I bought this from Esty, they're pretty cool. Now, there's a lot of things that you need to be really careful with when you like buying something. In a sense, like to say, now, since this is used to been, I supposed to have two LED lights, but the seller actually decided to give me the one with all the random colors. So that's why I'm able to have this to do this. They're actually kind of better considered since they're wirelessly, so you could just be like this. See, I have my wire in my pocket, and all I had to do is just change the lightings and stuff like this, and then can shut it off or turn it back on, shut it off. That, shut it off. So they're pretty cool. So, but the thing that I had to basically just say this is that you got to be careful when you do it. The wire itself is a little bit longer, so I had to like wirely back around, not to get tangled, not to get any sort of knot. I usually use this kind of tape to keep it secured. And the way how I done it is that I had to like literally take this right off my head carefully, not to tangle anything. I have long hairs. They're very, very like copper-sized wires, as you can see. They're right there, and it runs all the way down to the back. You see where the electrical tape is? There's a black one has been here, all the way into my pocket. Pull it right out. This is what the whole thing is. Very, very thin wires. Now, carefully enough, like I don't want this thing to be tangled because you know it could be distorted or something. So let me get my glasses back on. It's cool. I can put this under my glasses and stuff. All known to is that it's pretty neat. I love the feature that since it does come with the remote. A lot of things you could use this since it has all the colors you needed it, and it's just fairly you know, that's what it is. It's a wireless one. I don't know what it is exactly but it's I think it's easier enough, and batteries and everything are all in here. So I'm gonna show you the parts, like this main area here. This is what it all looks like all together. I think there's a battery coin size in here. Thankfully, the seller actually gave me extra points right here, so it's pretty good. Consider you can still use it. They think the piece of paper they say to from when I read it lasts up to like 6 hours of use. So I'm not gonna use it too much. I'm gonna try to conserve it, but thankfully enough, there's a batteries that I can actually find these kinds, so I can actually do it. But the thing is that when you work with this kind of like a LED light sitting on your eyes, you have to like figure out where you place it. If you're gonna use it for like a helmet or mask, you gotta figure out how to work around with the wires. Again, they're copper wires, so they're a little bit good, but just don't get a knot or tangles. That's the only thing it's what the seller's saying about in the few notes that you get sent in the letters. Plus, there's also he did send me this that came with the remote. It has all the settings and stuff, so that usually would be helpful. So that's the only thing I could tell you about this, is that it's really great if you do manage to order like a single pair of the LED light, or you get it a wireless one. You could actually get that from through Esty, and that's all I can say. The thing that what I do when I put them away, I always carefully put them away. I usually just get like a bag like this, That way, not like a tissue papers. So I usually start with the batteries because it has more weight to it, and I just carefully put them way in the bottom. Make sure all of them are not tangled. I had to shorten the cable if possible, so because I'm pretty short, so I usually just wrap around it, loop to loop, turn it, make sure they're not touching. If not, completely loop it. And we'll have to make sure these eye areas not to be bent as well, because you know it's gonna be sitting on top of it. It's not really easy because they're copper wires, so they're very, very pressable. So sorry if I'm taking it too long. It's just I've never done this before. It just goes carefully sit in here. That way they don't get tangled. And it's easier for me to get them all out. And that's just pretty much it. They're all like this. I'm gonna leave it like that. So as you see, it's very, very simple. You can't see it because the wire is too naked. So it's perfect. So I'm gonna leave it like this for now. So that's all I did for so far, keeping it secure. I don't use a tissue papers. It's, you know, it's better to have like a bag and something like a box behind and like a sleeve, so you can put them together like that, and then you can just take it out carefully into it. And of course I forgot to put the remote in here. Don't forget that. Let's put this, there we go, right in there. Here's the letter on the back here. Here's the important information about the remote setting, so you want to figure that yourself out. And then that's it. So it will not come out like this because it came out of the box, and it does come with the paper behind it, but it has like a tissue papers they wrap around with the scotch tape to keep it in place. But I do it like this a little better if you going to use it like in storage. You're gonna save it for going on to a convention and so on, Halloween and stuff. This is like probably the best recommended to keep it secured, wireless, untangled or not, just completely easier to just pull down carefully once you get it settled. And then once you want to like get ready to it, make sure it's on the right position, how long it is. If you're that short, you have to wrap around it, and then, you know, look into the mirror, make sure they're all set in right. Usually I had to get it just about here where my little cornea eyes is. That's what I need to get to it. And that's just pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, it's pretty cool.